Hello my friends, just a quick announcement before the video begins. I will be attending this year's LunarCon 2023. That's right, just like last year how I did that fun little lore panel in 2022, I will be attending once again. But this year is special, my friends. I am not just attending to present to you another panel like last year. I am attending this LunarCon as a VIP. That's right, I will be attending many different events this year. Of course, I'll be posting all of the times on screen, so if you want to watch the live stream, you'll be able to do so, and if you want to engage with some of the content, you'll be able to do that as well. I'll be doing things from attending other people's game shows, doing a VIP Alliance raid, hosting my own game show. I'll have a meet and greet with people and players that maybe want to come by and say hi. And I'll also be doing some PvP with other players. And lastly, I believe I'll be attending as a judge on a glamour competition. That's right. So, if you want to impress me, make sure that your glamour is not only good, but maybe a little lore accurate to your job as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll give you bonus points. But I'm very excited to be attending this year's LunarCon 2023, my friends, and I hope to see as many of you there as you can. Last year, you amazed me with this massive line to attend my panel. I'm so excited to be able to share this experience with you all once again. So, that's LunarCon 2023, September 29th to October 1st. See you there. Hello my friends, it's good to see you again. Well, as you all know, the patch 6.5 trailer for Final Fantasy XIV released last night. At around, I think it was between 2 to 3 a.m. for me. And I wanted to hold off a bit and experience the trailer with you all, kind of like I have been for the past few. So, without further ado, let us begin. I'm very looking forward to seeing how Post Endwalker wraps up.
To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but...
Okay, now... I didn't play Final Fantasy XVI because I don't have a PS5. I'm too poor for that. But I do know the fundamentals of its lore. Because I made an entire video for the people that were going to play Final Fantasy XVI. And while I didn't play the game, the way this place is designed with the color red everywhere, it kind of reminds me of what I read about Eorzea. So, people who played Final Fantasy XVI, tell me if this gives you Eorzea vibes or not, because I don't know, it just for some reason it pinged in my head.
Filled with hope for what we might create together. This is proof that I believe in others. A light that illuminates the way in darkest despair.
I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn.
Okay, so we are indeed going to the first to find a fix for the current problem like we decided in the 6.4 MSQ. And it might confuse some people as to how Zero was able to get to the first, but we have to remember, the 13th, or the Void, is in a very weird state compared to all the other shards, to the point that it's able to make connections that the others normally can't. So normally, the shards are only able to interact with / connect to the source, but the Void is so messed up that it's able to connect to almost all of them, as far as we know. And there have been Void Sent that have appeared on the first before, so it's not beyond the realm of possibility for Zero to simply use, I guess, a void portal to go from the source to the void to the first if she really wanted to. If that's even the method they use in the first place, they might do something else. But no, yeah. Any reason to get a little more lore on the first and how it's doing is good in my book.
I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
Okay, so that answers a few questions I was asking myself after Endwalker was over. So, Reen, even though Hydaelyn is gone, she still possesses some of the gifts that were given to her. Kind of like how the Blessing of Light was given to some people that had the Echo. Just because Hydaelyn disappeared does not mean the Blessing of Light in its entirety disappeared. It's still there, kind of, and it appears that Reen still possesses some degree of unique light-based power. It would actually be interesting to see if she's able to sort of pass down that ability to, I don't know, priestesses of light at some point. That would be interesting. But I don't know. It's good to know that she still has some power and that she's going to be able to help us with our darkness problem. Who gave the fairy a gun? Come on now. Who gave the fairy a gun?
However they came to be, we shall cut a path through them.
Oh, hey, I remember doing this trial during the Vegas Fan Festival. That was fun.
Everyone ready?
If I had the strength.
Oh, hey, PvP. Much like how I'm going to be doing PvP with people at LunarCon this year. So, look forward to that, my friends.
Perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare.
What the heck? There's a lot happening in this picture. And I don't know what to put my finger on exactly. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that for the comment section to talk about. That'll be more interesting to me. Hey, Hildebrand and Brandyhild. The final step in the easiest relic weapon grind in history. So, looking forward to see how this wraps up. Ooh, wait a minute. This is new. Okay, so underwater trident. That makes you think water, but the avatar, or rather the silhouette, looks feminine. So I'm willing to put money that this is actually Limlane, goddess of wind and oceans, also known as the Navigator, the one the pirates of Limsa always pray to and quote. So I'm willing to put money that this is Limlane. So the 24-man, awesome. Honestly, the 24-man raid is what I'm looking forward to the most. So this is exciting.
Mankind hoped and prayed.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's definitely the fourth heaven, the heaven of wind. So a lot of people are wonder what makes this the heaven of wind. It doesn't look very windy, but the heaven of wind is described as being a massive mountain beset by a enormous ocean. So this is definitely the heaven of wind. And it is named such as the wind currents move from the ocean to the mountains and from the mountains to the ocean, constantly creating this cycle. Anyone who's visited the sea will know that the wind breeze is near constant, and that's represented here in this heaven.
and those hopes and prayers have given us fall.
Oh yeah, they're definitely on the ocean floor. That's definitely the Lim Lane fight. I'm willing to put money on that. Ooh, an archer, which means that this is definitely Oshan, the Wanderer, the final god in the list of the 12 that we have not seen yet in this raid. Actually, that brings up a point. A lot of people have asked me, like, what is the order that the 24-man raid has been following? Because we haven't been meeting the gods in the order of their appearance in the folklore, and we're not going, or we haven't been going in the order of the heavens, because if we were going in the order of the heavens from first to last, we would have actually started with Earth and ended on ice, I believe. So, interesting to note there. But we have, in fact, been following an order. Just not the one that most people would think of off the top of their heads, because the order we have been following is the wheel of the 12 outside their church. So, as you can see, we started with Baragat, and we're ending with Oshan. So, I don't know why they chose the wheel specifically. This feels more like an aesthetic choice than a lore choice. Because personally, if they were going to like go do the gods in order of lore, there were a few ways they could have done it, and this is more of just a choice of wanting to do the wheel, I suppose. So, fun fact for those that were interested in maybe learning.
Unto the star, we surrender our all.
May this light illumine.
Okay, so that's interesting. I definitely want to know now what happens when a void scent is bathed in light like this. Reen is definitely making sure that Zero isn't overwhelmed, I want to think. So, this is going to be interesting.
Nate your way.
Oh, there it is, the Heaven of Water. This is where we're going to be fighting Thaliak, I assume. Oh, speaking of which, that's definitely Thaliak. Oh, I love his arena. It's filled with algorithms and etheric quantifiers. Oh, this is really cool. I like his arena.
This power were mine to wield.
Hear my voice and return to me!
Well, looks like Golbez and Zero are gonna have their all or nothing battle.
Ashdaya!
Oh, did you go there, grandfather?
Wait a minute.
To the Golden City in Tural.
Okay, that's interesting. You know what? I'm really happy that Galuf Baldessian hasn't been completely written out of the lore, because I feel like a lot of people underestimate just how important his role in the story was. Not only did he and his friends defeat and kill an Ascian, which is something that only the Scions have really been known to do, but like his sacrifice and everything that happened with the Isle of Val was just massive. Like, Galuf Baldessian and Louis Wall were really good friends and comparable in power together, so I'm curious to see how he may be connected to the Dawn Trail expansion now. Who knows?
Thus will the way open to the promised land and the death.
Okay, wait a minute. The 4 Archfiends are back? Even the ones that are Memoria did in their crystals? I'm very curious to see how that pans out now, because a lot of Void Scent lore has been contradicted by the current story in the MSQ. So maybe this will finally straighten out some of those loose ends. Or maybe those loose ends will fray even worse. Either way, I'm curious to see how the Archfiends are back and what that means for us.
We have been too long denied. Thus will I go back.
Alright, so that is... Actually, one second. Yes, alright. So this is definitely the Zeromus fight, but I bet you all can see in the background to the left that big, what looks like a cracked shard of glass. I bet you that's the portal to the source because you can see the moon in the background. So I assume we're fighting Zeromus as, like, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to enter the source probably and we're pushing him back. And that's what this fight is all about. Very curious though.
Bring salvation to all.
Your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. And together, our light can pierce blackest darkness.
Careful, Zero, you're gonna cut yourself on all that edge. I know I give her a hard time, but it's just too funny not to. But I assume that's the entire trailer. And yes, there it is. Excellent. So this is the entirety of the 6.5 trailer, and we're going to finally get to see the culmination of everything that's happened post Endwalker, and likely get a little bit of setup for Dawntrail, most likely. And I'm definitely curious to see what happens. And I'm going to say, I had a video planned last week. It was all about Dynamis and everything we know about it so far. And then I realized, wait, I can't in good confidence post this video yet until the 24-man raid is done. Because I remember them mentioning Dynamis briefly in the 24-man raid previously. So if there is like a big reveal with Dynamis coming up soon, I don't want to release that video just in case something fundamentally changes or we get a big lore reveal. So look forward to that when this patch finally releases. But otherwise, it looks like there are plenty of threads that I was hoping that would be addressed that are being touched on in this patch. Will they be able to wrap them up as neatly as I hope? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But, my friends, that is something for us to discover together. So, I look forward to seeing you all in Final Fantasy XIV patch 6.5. And cheers to a fun blind run of the new 24-man raid. So, I look forward to doing all of that with you all. But, as always, until then, stay safe, my friends.